What is this? Another video from me this soon? As I was told by a certain someone, I'm not going to name any names. Is it all good, YouTube? It is mint! My videos, when I start talking, they're a little bit too long, and you're just not going to get that time back in your life. So please, do not feel obligated to watch these, as I am doing these to hold myself accountable to what I am going to call the superhero challenge, right? I'm not trying to look like Cable, so I'm sorry. I'm going to rename it the superhero challenge. So I had an interesting day yesterday, and today I weighed in a little bit higher, so I'm not too happy about that. I've been kind of stalled the last 3 days, stayed at the same weight, and I was back at 270.2 today, so I was pretty confused by that. Yesterday, I tried some intermittent fasting, so I didn't eat anything till 2 o'clock, and when I was waiting for Glenn to come over to work out, I actually fell asleep. I was sitting in my new massage chair that my father-in-law gave to us because he's remodeling. He's getting rid of all sorts of stuff. It's awesome and super comfy, and I was just massaging and stretching, and it felt great, and I fell asleep. So when Glenn got here, I was like, oh, what? Working out. And I just decided to grab a quick Dr. Pepper. So it was 150 calories, 2 o'clock. So we were from 2 till about 4:45. And then we went to Mongolian Barbecue, BD's, which is my favorite restaurant. And I had salad. I had a bowl of chili, spicy chili. And my meal was chicken, beef tips, onions, mushrooms, and some buffalo sauce with a little bit of kung pao. That's all I ate. He's lying. Oh, wait. No, it's not. So I had a little bit of ice cream because I had a coupon for a free ice cream. Okay, when I say a little bit, it's pretty big. It's huge, okay? It's huge. It is huge. It's huge. And I split it with my kids, so... But that's all I had, and I'm up, so I'm not super excited about that. But today, on Sunday, I didn't eat anything till after 2 again, but I was bad. I had some McDonald's, but I'm keeping track of the calories today, so should be down tomorrow. And yesterday, what I did was some overhead work, and then we did some stones. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the philosophy of what I'm going to be doing in the lifting, and then I'm going to go straight into the lifting footage with some commentary. So please, let me know what you guys want to see. Like I said, I want this to be as interactive as possible so I can keep myself motivated, because it is hard for me. I really am not good at bodybuilding style of things. I can't do reps very well. I have absolutely no mind-muscle connection. And especially with the back, like I can't feel my lats at all. I don't even know if they exist. So just get involved. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I will be more than happy to show it as long as it's decent. No, Richard. I'm not going to film myself eating a bunch of burgers and seeing how much of it goes in my beard. And we're having a contest. It's not happening. And I did tell Glenn that you said your beard is going to be longer than his, and we'll see. I look forward to seeing that. But anyways, back on topic. I am doing a little bit different style of workout than your traditional bodybuilding. So I did some research over on Juggernaut with the scientific principles of bodybuilding based on the muscle type, looked at your minimum effective value, your maximum recoverable value, your maximum effective volume, and your traditional rep sets. So one of the things that I really want to do is make sure that I keep the strength up as much as possible. You know, I'm not interested in just going down, but that's not going to be the focus. We're not focusing on getting new PRs and setting new maxes here. And then I go into the more higher rep type ranges. I am strongly considering getting a gym membership just to use some machines so I can go to fatigue a lot safer. You know, I only really have a couple of machines, and it's not super convenient for, you know, moving a pin and having different weights. So I'm considering that. So first thing that you're going to see is the shoulder workout that I did on Saturday with Glenn, and then some Atlas stones. And today on Sunday, I did my first ever like true back day, and it was terrible. Okay, it was awful. So please be gentle. And I know my technique and stuff's not perfect. I was trying to not use momentum. That's not what I'm going for. And I was just having a hard time with reps. So let's get into the commentary. So we started off this workout. I was doing a strict press. Glenn wanted to work on the competition list, obviously. So we've got 210 pounds on this log, and he is going to do some push presses. You can see he's got the elbow sleeves and everything out. A little bit of instability on the first rep, but here on the second rep, just looks really nice. He's got everything together. So he needs to do it like that every time.
Down. Come on, let's get another one.
Unfortunately, third rep, he just gets it stuck. So you gotta work on that tricep a little bit more.
Sure.
So I had done some strict pressing leading up to this. Glenn didn't do it. So I did like 10 reps at 85, 135, and then 185. I went into the 210. You can see I've got that instability in the base, and I'm going to blame the lack of training. As I said, it's been 2 months, no pressing whatsoever. But I'm happy. 3 reps isn't terrible. 4th rep, I ran on tricep, so I'm going to blame the fact that I was doing all that pressing in there. Now Glenn's got to do an axle in the competition too. So this is a continental clean, so that is not a illegitimate clean. Okay, it's an actual thing. And the reason you do the continental clean is for an axle, it's kind of hard to actually clean it because there's no rotating collars. Plus it's hard on your grip. See there, he had a little bit of instability at the top with his arms where he unlocked. So I was a little bit hesitant to give the down command. But he locked it.
There's something about that third one, you just don't want to do it.
That third rep, there's something about it. So back to me. Now what I'm doing here is just maintaining that strength. Getting a little bit of stimulus in the triceps at the top of the movement, obviously, because that's some good heavy overload work on the triceps. I just got to work on actually being able to do this for reps. So, yeah, 3 reps was it for me. And now this is more of an actual competition prep, so you can hear me giving Glenn the start command. So he's got to clean the log. Now it's going to be 225 in the competition. This is 210.
Lock
it. That nice clean lock from Glenn. And he's got to run to the next implement in the competition, which he's going to do the log first and then the axle second. So again, continental clean. He's using a mixed grip so that he can make sure he holds on to the axle. And you want to get it up higher in your chest, but that's where Glenn's going. He doesn't have that big belly shelf like I do. And then just nice, easy, clean press.
Nice. Go back to the log. Go back to the log.
Trying to get him to go back. In the competition, you're supposed to do 4 implements, as many as you can. As many implements as you can. You're just doing a single. So this is the log press. I worked all the way up to, I want to say 185. Honestly, I don't even remember what we worked up to. It was just doing as many reps as you can. I only filmed 2 sets of this, so you'll see, my reps definitely went down as time goes on. Sorry, you guys get to see the bell here. I got to tighten for this. This is what it is, right? And I want to say I did like 7 sets of this. I just got to the point where nothing wanted to work anymore, and I had planned on doing some dumbbell presses after this. Didn't happen. I was just done. See there, just left. And then we did some keg tosses. As I mentioned, that wasn't going to be filmed. Glenn just was not feeling any sort of speed today, any sort of extension. I'm going to blame the heat, and he didn't sleep very good. So this first stone slipped there. That's something that both Glenn and I have had an issue with in competitions. Got to make sure that if you get it up to the top, you get under it, and you get your chest in, and you don't go out backwards. He took a step back, which let some distance in, and it went right down. So this is 220 pounds to 54 inches.
Good job.
The 220-pound stone is not going to be the first stone in the competition. It's going to be 240, which is this stone right here. So in the competition, he's got to go 240, 260, 280, 300, 320. So if he can get the 280-pound stone in the competition, that will be a PR for him. I think one of the issues that Glenn's having, this is his second set of this. is he's just taking too long. And if you're doing stones and taking too long and your conditioning's not great, you just don't have it. And the first one, he had some issues with stone, taking his breath out. For me, I just want to get it done as quickly as possible. It's pick it up and throw it. So as I mentioned, I don't have the sleeves on. Second set. This 260-pound stone, we don't use it very often. It's not actually 260 now. There's a little bit of a chunk that came out of it. You can kind of see it there. So it's like 258-ish probably. It was really dirty. So the first set, I only got it halfway up, and then it slipped out of my hand, so it took a lot of the tacky off. And I've got that little thing of tacky out there. Tacky's like a glue substance that helps you hold on to the stone. It's all gone, and I don't have anything left. I got to get my big tacky tub. I'm not sure where it's hiding. So I went to pull the 280. No tacky left, so it was done. And that's it for the Saturday workout. So this is the first set of the bent over rows, and I'm using 185 pounds here. I did warm up, use the bar, and then just 135. So what I'm trying to do here, as I mentioned, was really focus on not using a ton of leg drive. It looks like I'm pushing up a little bit here, but this is 205, trying to make sure that I'm getting the fast twitch fibers, making sure that I'm getting some heavy weight to get that growth stimulus on that particular muscle fiber. That was 225, and this is the last set here with 245. Just got a couple there, and this one right here. Definitely some leg momentum there. Now these I like. You can see I've got the figure eights out. My hands are still not super great, and this is a fat grip handle. But I like this. I was trying to get 15 reps, and I could finally feel my back. So that is a interesting feeling, to say the least. Started getting a little bit of a pump.
Come on.
And I wanted to make sure that I was actually working the appropriate
One
part
more.
of the muscle.
Good
So
job.
what I asked was for my coach, my wife, to come out and actually like poke my lat so I could feel it. And as you can see there, she's like actually squeezing in there, giving me some coaching, making sure that I'm actually using the appropriate muscle, and I'm trying to develop that mind-muscle connection. And from this particular viewpoint, it almost looks like I have a little muscles, but it's probably just the way I'm moving around. I had to set it down to get those last couple of minutes. So, you can see at that point, I was having a hard time even holding on with figure eight straps. Into the pull
Your
downs.
shirt's too baggy.
This
to
I
see
dropped the
muscles.
weight quite a bit. My wife made fun of my muscles there.
See
I
your
said I
back.
had no muscles. But this is only 100 pounds. I was trying to get a bunch
keep
of
them
reps
nice and
in
tight.
here. Really focus on getting that squeeze. But I really didn't feel it, I'll be honest. I felt mostly the arms pulling, so I was trying to pull from the elbows instead of the hands. But it was just do what I can, especially without the straps. So I threw the straps on for this set, dropped the weight down again. I think I was only using like 75 pounds at this point. And you can see I'm not going all the way up this time. So I figured if I got lighter weight, I just want to keep the time under tension high. So I'm not letting the lat fully relax and getting that deep stretch in there. I wanted to get at least a decent amount of reps. And then you can see now I'm starting to extend a little bit further because I do want to get all of the range of motion. The more range of motion you get, the more muscle recruitment you're going to have, the bigger stimulus of growth you're going to get in the muscles. But as I said, it was just hard. Look, you can see now I just took my hands completely off the bar and I'm trusting the figure eights. So pain's not too bad right now, but I feel like my hands just don't want to squeeze at all. And this is the last set of pull downs that I wanted to do, and just wanted to get 10 in and then take a quick breather and try and get 10 more. Unfortunately, at this point, I was just wimping out. I'm going to blame the lack of food. No, it's not really lack of food. It's the lack of being able to do reps. That's 100% what it is. Next back day, what I'm going to do is switch it around. So I'm going to do a heavy stimulus on the pull downs to start it off, and then I'm going to do lighter weight on the horizontal rowing, so the barbell rows, and I'm going to use my lower cable pulley, do some seated cable pulls. I think that'll be good. Focus on some reps there. I want to mix up the stimulus as I mentioned. I want to get both the fast twitch and the slow twitch. So this right here is my attempt to do kind of like a pullover. This is one, I tried this last week, and I could really feel the lats moving. So as I mentioned, I have a really hard time feeling the lats and feeling like they're involved with anything. So this hits them pretty good for me. I want to keep these in, and I think I'm still just using the 75 pounds. And I am unfortunately letting my elbows get unlocked a couple of these times, so I started feeling a little bit of a tricep activation. So that's not what we want here, obviously. As I said, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at bodybuilding, that type of workout. And this is the last set that I did. You can see I've got quite a bit of sweat going on in the shirt. It's still nice and hot, so I apologize for that fan that's been blowing this whole time and the audio. But, you know, I just want to throw this out there. Obviously, I'm going to have to keep stepping it up, but I got to build that base. So as time goes on, I'll add more sets and more reps and just keep going. So go lift something heavy.